Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast tonight. We're going to start our show on a little bit of a somber note. We lost a lot of great people in Hollywood this last year, and we just want to do kind of a little tribute to them. So we're going to do that now, and our thoughts are with them. Johnny, on Tuesday, edit the Mario 3 animation where...
You gotta line
we
up
were
the
just talking
faces.
about before this went live that I watched the Oscars and I had heard about it, but finally I saw a recording of it.
No one
Wednesday.
watched it live that I know.
No.
Everyone I know just like, yeah, I skimmed it after.
I even saw on Hulu.
Wait a second. We weren't talking about the Oscars. We were talking about that Rocco saw the Oscars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the conversation.
Yeah. And I
It was
mentioned
so
to them,
riveting.
Because I
mentioned to them the death reel was so badly done, and Derek was like, "Oh, I heard it was like edited to a beat," and I was like, "Yeah, it was a like almost a peppy song."
It's not good.
And I was simulating it, and Derek was like, "This sounds like the Mario 3 like align the shapes or whatever."
Yeah.
So that image has been cracking me up.
Which, by the way, the Oscars should just do that. If you want to move the Oscars into the 21st century, get some sort of interactive element at home where I can watch the Oscars on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
for the death reel, recreate the Mario 3 gambling.
Yeah.
And then,
Harvey Weinstein dead.
yeah, whatever celebrity I pull up,
They die.
I get to watch their movie for free on Amazon.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Some
game.
kind of
That'd be
gadget.
dope.
And then I'll remember who died this year other than Chad Bowes.
Yeah.
Who? You don't even know?
Who else?
You don't
That's the
know.
only one I know.
He was
Carrie Fisher.
He was the big. Oh, you're right. Carrie
Is
Fisher.
that this year?
Damn.
No.
David
Yep.
Bowie. You're right. Gene Wilder.
2017.
John Ritter. That's
John
right.
Ritter. Roddy Piper. A couple of people died
Charlton
this year.
Heston.
Yeah, all the greats.
David Bowie.
And we missed all of that because the Oscars just bing bop booped right past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oscar's so dead.
I saw on Hulu they had a thing like relive every moment of the Oscars. Watching here, it's like relive it, please. No one watch this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
No,
Netflix
no
for the
one
first
saw
time.
this.
So we're just getting to the Oscar talk because it was during our podcast last week. So we were here instead of we weren't watching it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
otherwise we would have all been gathered around the telly.
Judging by the ratings, I think every other person on the planet is watching this podcast and not the Oscars.
I think
it did not
we-
do well.
I think we actually had higher view.
I think we did.
I think our Twitch counter was. a
So
little
are they
higher.
going to cancel the Oscars now? Because the 9 million people tuned into the Oscars this year.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the
Damn.
previously lowest rated Oscars was 23 million.
Oh my god.
And that's when it was in 1950. There's only 23 million TVs. So that's how that happened.
So, yeah, nobody gives a shit as far as I'm concerned.
Well, they're stripping
Well,
it down. Like no host, no symphony.
Yeah, but this
It's
year,
a
but
DJ with a playlist.
to
now?
be fair, this year was a write-off. You know,
Okay.
like there was. I
Yeah,
mean,
no one went to the
went
theaters.
to the-
yeah.
Well,
sure.
but
You
it was
would
already
think-
declining anyway.
tune in because you got nothing better to do, right?
Yeah.
And people, I mean, we were streaming movies all year, though I didn't see any of the shit films nominated for any Oscars except for Sound of Metal,
Yeah.
which was pretty good.
Well, I was cracking up because they were like, movies were what helped us in these trying times. It was movies that was there for us. I was like, you delayed them all.
Yeah,
to
you-
sell-
Yeah,
They're all coming out this year.
The
Yeah.
studios didn't want to lose money
Yeah.
over.
I mean,
It's
I
so funny.
watched old movies, not the new ones.
You know what? I
What a
feel
lie.
like Mega64. Kudos to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We
finally,
are,
finally.
Hear me out.
Yeah, you
We're
already
like
sold me.
one of the only fucking companies on earth that did not take credit for helping people get through the fucking pandemic. Every fucking in
Yeah.
these trying times, Toyota knows how badly you need a new car. That's
Yeah.
why our spring summer event is delaying payments for 30 days.
Give us that stimulus
In
check.
these trying times, it was movies and artists that reminded us how beautiful the world could be. It's bull.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
all
wanted to
bullshit.
cash in on these trying times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just did more streams.
Yeah.
And said if
Yeah.
you got nothing to do, watch.
Yeah.
Said, shit,
But we
can't
didn't
go
take
to PAX.
credit for like saving lives or making people fucking happy.
Yeah, we
or
were just
anything.
as lost as you guys. Like we
Yeah.
were like, yo, let's do our best.
We made a podcast on being so fucking lost.
You know what's funny? I'm thinking to the Apple presentations that we, 'cause
Yeah.
whenever Apple does a presentation, Sean and I will watch them and kind of riff on them. did they do that? I'm trying to think like.
I'm sure they did.
I feel like they could have milked the FaceTime, like we used FaceTime to keep in touch with. I don't remember them doing that. To their credit, I
feel like I'm seeing commercials that said they did that, but I don't. Maybe it was Facebook Portal.
Yeah. Facebook did that. You're right. Facebook was like, don't we need a face to see?
You would have never seen Grandma again had it not been for Facebook Portal.
Thank you, Zuck.
Yeah, it's like an iPad.
WhatsApp?
It's no. It's like a tablet thing you buy that all it is like a screen. You can talk to the person who has another.
Picture like a Google Home or a Amazon Echo with a camera and a screen.
So,
but it's Facebook.
And it's Facebook.
Yeah. So can you imagine?
So nothing to worry about.
Putting giving Facebook a camera that's access to your house and seeing things of all companies. Facebook
on a daily basis, I already hear people go, how's Facebook serving me ads about pasta? I was just talking about pasta. I better give them a camera and a microphone.
I better
always
spend
listening.
$300 so they can spy me better. That's what I'm gonna do.
I figured it'd be something like, they acquired WhatsApp and then their messaging service was like using that.
It's its own
I thought
thing.
it'd be like they
called-
got a FaceTime for their app, but it's a device.
It's called Facebook Portal.
I think so. Yeah.
So sad day. Nobody at Facebook knows what a portal is or does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't
I
go
thought that
through,
too. I
you
was
can't
like,
go
okay.
through it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, my perverted mind. I was like, dude, sex, yo. Put that thing.
Oh, glory
pelvis
hole.
size. Yeah, Garrett said it, glory
Yeah.
hole. But then I'm thinking, well, what if I hump it? It's not going anywhere. It's a piece of glass. That ain't a portal.
Yeah, that's not.
That's a fucking telephone.
The gut reaction you had to hearing about a new device was, sex. That's me to every new device I hear about.
Well, yeah, I just think like what people are going to use that for.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's how it's going to make most of its money.
Well, that is still, I'm sure, how some people use Facebook Portal for, which is even crazier that you're gonna do sex stuff on that. Facebook's definitely watching you.
What do we do
Yeah.
when we actually invent a teleportation thing? Like, you put this in here and then it'll come out 10 miles away. What do you call that? Portal's already taken. That's the Facebook thing.
Warper-rooney.
You can't take a fucking word that already exists, even if the technology doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I guess, this is why I got pissed off when they called
Fucking
hoverboards
Zuckerberg.
hoverboards and they fucking roll around on the ground.
Yeah, you're not hovering,
That's
bitch.
not a fucking that's a fucking rollerboard.
That pissed me off too.
What do we
dude.
call? Are we not working on hoverboards anymore? Do
Call
we give
them
up?
like scoot cycle or scooter-rooney?
Yes, because now the scientists are going to think, should we invent something that hovers that you can ride? Well,
we can't.
the hoverboard's already patented.
There's all the names are taken, so what's the point?
Exactly.
And they threw the schematics away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, did anybody buy the flyboard out there? No, because you didn't know it was the hoverboard because they couldn't call it that.
Yeah. They've been talking about a new technology where they actually, this was cracking me up. This is a while ago that I forget who or what organization did it, but they think it's like, we basically have like teleportation.
What?
Where we got a particle to go away here and it showed up there.
Quantum
And it was
mechanics.
like, oh shit. So you invented, it's been invented, teleportation. And they were like,
One molecule?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere. But they were like, no, but it unfortunately doesn't work quite like you're picturing. It gets rid of that molecule, but an exact duplicate of it showed up there.
Oh, it's a prestige.
And it's like, we're doing the Google Prestige is coming. Like that's not teleportation. Teleportation is I'm here, boom, now I'm over there. What happens to this version of me?
You have to kill it.
Yeah, you have to kill it. It kills itself. It just
kill it.
evaporates. But that one
ain't
that
playing
shows
that
up
game.
is you,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
It's just not the you that was there before.
So who's going to be the person to guinea pig that? They did it with a molecule. Someone's got to go like, yo, fuck it. I want to die.
Here's
anyway.
what happens. You get into the machine, but it can only teleport you when you fall asleep. And then you wake up and you're in the new machine.
That's kind of cool.
Not knowing that the you that fell asleep was not the you that woke up.
It's all a dream in your head.
Yeah, that's good. That's cool.
That would help a human's mind wrap itself around that quandary.
Every night you go to bed, you die and wake up in a new version.
I've wanted that technology for flights. Like, yo, knock me out.
The die instantly and wake up in a new body technology.
Yeah, I've seen Sean want to die instantly on a lot of flights.
I just get me off this fucking plane. However, I have to do it.
Again, let me quote.
I don't want to fly.
To quote the great Sean Chatfield aboard a Southwest airline flight, I tried to take NyQuil to sleep. and I'm still awake and I'm going crazy. So
that was.
It doesn't surprise me you would want that.
I was fucked up that day.
See, if you were just rebirthed into a new form, you wouldn't.
And no,
I'd rather
I'd be the same me.
I'd rather
NyQuil
just
be
play
out of your
a
system.
Vita game through a 20-hour flight.
All right, maybe. I guess.
But that's just me.
You get a Vita game, Sean.
Okay. I will
Get
now.
a Vita game.
I gotta get a Vita first. Did we say theme
So,
song yet?
What's up?
Did we? That's what I was trying to figure out. Did we do theme song?
No.
Johnny, get on it.
No, we can't get it. Yeah, it does. Drumming, as everything's moving.
Guys, I hate to break it to you, and I'm going to bring the mood down. It's time for a new theme song because we are visibly younger in that theme song.
And
And that one?
Yep.
yeah. Well,
Damn. It's time again?
Speak for yourself.
No. I look better
Ooh,
now.
Don't show that close up.
I know. I look at.
Yeah,
I look better.
I've been checking the comments and I've been seeing a lot of Sean looks so young and hot.
Yeah, which is
That was
not-
literally people were leaving those
I
comments.
know why they're
after.
leaving those comments,
Yeah.
and I know why I'm getting these DMs.
They're patronizing.
I still appreciate it.
You're getting DMs?
Yeah.
Whoa.
A guy messaged me. He's like, "Yo, me and my wife watched the podcast, and we
You're
both
getting
agree
couples?
you look fine."
They
Yeah.
Couples DMing you?
Couples have been DMing Sean.
Oh,
not what
I'm
it-
getting Randy.
That's what it
I
is.
see
what this is.
because I see
No.
DMs. They go through the Mega64 official Instagram, but they're for Sean.
Oh.
And they're like, "Hey, we're a couple. We like your vibe.
Yeah.
You're hot.
That never
You wanna
won.
join us?
we
No,
like Daddy
you guys are being
Sean.
stupid.
You're not
No.
too old for us.
It was just a guy saying, "Yo, my wife and I are having a conversation. You don't look too old." That's what they were saying.
He's starting the conversation.
like your vibe.
Don't make this a weird.
Sean, the dot means if you click the message, it actually says more.
Don't do this.
You
to
don't
me.
look
This
too
is-
old.
You're being silly.
For what?
You'd work good in a throuple. I don't you guys think he'd be
How
good
Yeah.
in a throuple?
dare you say
Why?
this?
He's already in a couple.
I'm
They
happy
would
with
be
my
a
couple.
quadruple.
Me and Ginny are fine.
Ooh.
We don't need to add anyone else to our
Like
mix.
wife swapping.
What?
Me and Derek are having a convo here.
Oh, okay. I
Sean.
don't know
That's
what
Yeah,
the fuck
Sean,
you're
you
talking
don't
about.
worry
I just
about
got roped into something.
So if the
Yeah.
two couples
Hopefully
get
Sean will too.
together, I see. Yeah, a quadruple. That would work.
Anyways, I didn't know that was going on.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna put a hard stop to that out there. Fans, Mega64
more of that.
fans, that's inappropriate. Okay.
Sean's monogamous.
Yeah.
Please respect his
Don't
boundaries.
worry. Me and Ginny are doing
We don't
just
need that.
fine.
We don't need
We're
that.
doing more than fine.
But if you like
Okay?
his vibe, let him know.
You guys have
We're-
like strict vows. I mean, loosen it up a little.
That's how I felt when I went to Sean and Jenny's wedding. I was like, a little strict. Right?
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
too.
we mentioned God too many times, is what people told
Really?
us.
Rings? I don't know. I'm the weird guy. I don't know. I'm there. I'm like, really? Till death?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sickness
Okay.
and in health.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm not going to, I didn't want to be that guy at the wedding.
It was funny when this is way old now, but when we wrote like the wedding, like Ginny was like helping like what the person's gonna say, it was like cross off every god, cross off every like it's just so much bullshit. Like let's get all this out here. Let's
Cross
get married.
off every
Hey,
god.
I think
It's
yeah,
like the end of a JRPG.
he has nothing to do with
out of
this.
here.
He has nothing to do with this.
Zeus, Helios, line through the name.
It was like
Gone.
cross off every god.
how can we get married the most efficient time? Let's do it. And then I think the ceremony is like 15 minutes. Bing, bing, boom. We're
It
married.
was fast.
My wedding's going to be the opposite. It's going to mention God so much and be partially in Latin because I know that while that's happening, there's going to be like 5 hits happening. It's going to, the heads of the 5 families are all going to get taken out.
Nice. Who are you marrying?
Casa Nostra shit.
Someone powerful.
That'd be sick. Like if they do the ceremony in a different language and they're swinging incense around.
What's happened here?
We lost the light. Back to the wide shot. How we
Kevin,
looking?
what did you?
It's,
Oh, it still looks
Don't
fine.
worry, guys.
Sean was cursing God. So
Oh my God.
Yeah, seriously,
Oh, you
right?
just- You just did it again.
This is what happens when you remove God
Hey.
from podcasts.
God, when Ginny and I renew our vows, you'll be invited to our wedding this time. I'm
Seriously,
sorry.
though.
Thank you. You know what?
Pause. Kevin had to go plug in that light into an extension cord.
Uh-huh.
Did the ghost unplug it? Who unplugged
They want
that?
you to laugh. I've been told.
Yeah,
The
you're
trick-
supposed to
I
laugh.
came in here talking about ghosts when I walked in.
did you?
Yeah, didn't I?
Yeah.
Because it's only occurring to me now that, sometimes you see a reflection in a mirror and you think you see a person.
Yeah.
And then you look closely and it's just a pile of clothes.
Yep.
That happened to me walking in. I thought I saw like a girl sitting in our foyer, but then when I looked through the window, it was just a pile of clothes. So then it reminded me of the medium. And then I came in here today talking about those ghosts. But then who unplugged that cord over there? We're having a haunting tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
That reminds me.
A haunting in effect tonight.
What happened? Gary?
Yeah, I spoke to an entity that I thought was haunting me today as well.
You spoke to it?
No bullshit.
No bullshit.
chat with Casper?
You know, when I moved into
yeah.
the house, I
Ghost chat.
kept getting mail from the deceased previous owner of the house.
Right. Yeah.
So I know that this person once lived and most likely died in that house.
Yeah.
And
Mail's still coming, so they
and
never left.
As I was playing Yakuza, the door just like typical horror movie creaked open.
Oh no.
No
I
one
like that.
standing. I turned to look as it opens. No one's standing there.
Okay.
So I started, hi, Mrs. Barry. Sorry, but it's our house now.
I'm playing Yakuza.
Again, we do not wish to have you here. Go back to the place from which you came.
You said
Get
this?
her
Yeah.
out
You
of
said this?
here.
Yeah, I talked to the ghost. I was
What?
like,
You're supposed to. If
We
you
need
listen
you
to
to know
Spooky-
how-
Sorry you saw me jacking off.
I think she's confused.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
sorry,
Wow.
I painted the bathrooms. I didn't like pink.
Yeah.
She's still
if
pissed
you
about
want to
that.
sit and watch me finish Yakuza, you can, but it's probably not your scene.
I told her to get out.
You don't like video game. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get her.
And
out
then
of here.
what? Anything after that?
She left. I shut the door.
Wow.
Shut the door on the ghost.
I was like,
You
peace,
really,
bitch.
you
That
really
ought to
said that
do
out
it.
loud?
Yeah.
These ghosts haven't figured out
Yeah,
knobs.
I did like a whole diatribe about.
Whoa. But did you think you're really talking to her, or are you just being
Well,
silly?
I'm being silly because I'm making my girlfriend laugh on the couch
Sure.
next to me.
Okay.
But also, I am kind of like, hey, bitch, be gone from this plane of existence and back to the
Yeah,
realm
you're
in which
supposed
you
to talk
came.
to the ghost.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
If
Yeah.
you listen to Spooky,
Okay.
the
yeah.
podcasts, you know, when the ghosts show up, you got to talk to them.
And while you're talking to him, do you ever I get the hairs on my back stand up, on the back of my neck. I get a little freaked out.
Are you freaking yourself out, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it's working or if I'm freaking myself out. But
The ghosts can sense your fear.
and now this light's coming on and off, and what else?
Yeah.
I mean, is this wall gonna collapse on
I think
us?
that was Kevin though. I think he was just fucking with the cables.
Kevin,
He's playing
the
around.
ghost is always
Trying
Kevin.
to scare us.
Joker.
Hey, shut up. Psst. Stop it.
I was
Nope.
gonna say happy
Nope.
birthday to
Nope. Shut. I want to say something. Happy birthday, Kevin. to our
How
lovely
nice.
cameraman, Kevin.
Kevin,
lovely.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, I'll be the second one to say
Yesterday
it.
was
Happy
Kevin's
birthday,
birthday.
It was.
Joe, pass it over to Sean.
Yeah, Garrett,
Go
you want
way
me to-
over. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Kev.
There we go.
We've all said
All right.
it.
Well, I guess Rocco can be last. Go ahead.
Oh, I already said it. Already did it.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Fair enough. Well, we did it.
Kevin has turned 25, ladies and gentlemen. So
It really is because
He
of
can
the
rent the
remember
car
off I know
now.
your birthday. Like that is like we did that as a joke, but like every time it's my first, like, well, I know what today is. And I would never have known. Kevin,
know-
I wouldn't have known.
I remember now because of the Metal Gear 2 quote where Solidus asks Raiden if he knows what day it is today. It's May 1st.
What?
That's how you remember Kevin's birthday?
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
see
that's a good
every
way.
fucking Metal Gear fanboy retweeting that image and jokes about that on Twitter. So then I open Twitter and I'm like, why is everyone making
dude.
Metal Gear 2 references
That
today?
says
Oh,
so
it's Kevin's birthday.
much about you that the May 1st meme that you're sick of
Yeah.
is not Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
It's Raiden in Metal Gear
yeah,
Solid
yeah,
2.
right?
Yeah.
You're not following anybody who's posted it's gonna be
It's
May.
gonna be May.
Yeah,
no,
see that?
I'm on a different tip.
Damn, dude.
See, I wait
your
till
level.
I wait about a week into May, then I put it's gonna be May.
Yeah.
I always do
That's
that.
good.
Just around like May. No, on May 4th I'll do that because everyone's gonna post May the 4th be with you, not me.
Right.
It's gonna be May.
I always remember my birthday because you post the clip from the podcast of Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Every time. It happened on my birthday.
Yeah.
And so I see that every time. on
I
Twitter.
was-
That's how you
present.
remember your own
Yeah,
birthday.
Dude,
That's what-
Obama got you a present that year.
That's what I was gonna say was somebody brought that up to me. They were like, so you're not tweeting about Kevin's birthday, you're just tweeting about bin Laden? And I was like, oh, that is kind of shitty, huh? Yeah. Well, it's just there so many people are already tweeting about it, you know,
Yeah.
this video stuff. And I always walk a weird line with tweeting about people's birthdays. I never know. It's like, do you want I'm about to direct 1,000 people to, you know, message you. Do you want me to do that? I don't know, but so I do it sometimes.
Some people don't like it, and I feel like that makes people want to acknowledge it more. Because I'm that person, and I know Eric Badur's that person too.
Yeah, Eric, I would just make a video about.
Yeah.
Just post it on his Facebook wall.
If you should.
Post it on his Facebook.
God.
I forgot about
We should
that.
do a new one. His birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
Birthday
Oh,
is
new
coming up.
Yeah, new Eric's birthday video. Coming
Let's put it on
right
the
up.
main channel and
good.
put it on the wrong day. I feel like I think he did that to me once where he told people it was like August, which is nowhere near my birthday, and he's like, "Happy birthday, Sean!" And then I got 1,000 messages that day. It's like, this is fuck. I did not want any of this.
Cool
like,
prank.
Fuck off with this.
I remember when we did the videos for EGM magazine back in 2004. It was some day in April, and they all sent, because I was a huge fan of EGM growing up. You know, that was the magazine that I read. That and Nintendo Power were the ones I read the most. So that was really cool having our DVD in there. I promise there's a reason I'm bringing this up right now. But there was one day in April that they all sent me a birthday email like, "Hey, happy birthday. Thank you for doing those videos."
Oh, wow.
And it was like, that's really cool. My birthday's in December, not April. And the main guy was like, "I don't know why our computers had that in the date. Like, we had that noted down. Like, his birthday's coming up, and you know they're doing a lot of cool stuff for us. Let's say it was
That
like,
is
I
like
don't-
it is so uncomfortable. I've got when you get a happy birthday message when it's not your birthday. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like, well, thank you.
Yeah.
But it's not. And when my birthday is in like 4 weeks, it'd be weird for you
Yeah.
to see this. You remember this conversation?
They were just early.
It was a fun running joke because Dan, the main guy that was at EGM, I mean, he hasn't been in I don't know how many years at this point, but I would still see him at events. Like I'd see him at E3. And it would always be like, "Hey, good to see you. By the way, happy birthday." And he'd walk away.
Yeah, it's your bit now.
So it was a running.
It's
It's a cool bit.
It's a cool thing.
I've done that before. I've messaged someone, "Hey, happy birthday." "Oh, thanks. My birthday's next month." But it's like, where did I get the wrong info? Damn.
I got a story that's better than that.
Okay.
I went to my friend's wedding. It wasn't like a glamorous wedding. They had it at the parents' house.
Was this a while ago or recently?
This is a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
And then we had a mutual friend who didn't show up at the wedding, who then said like, he messaged him the week before the wedding had happened and said like, "Hey, just realized I missed your wedding. Sorry about that." And then the guy was like, "Well, the wedding didn't happen yet." But then that guy still didn't show up. And it was almost, instead of like wishing somebody happy birthday on the wrong day, this was a "sorry I missed your wedding" on the wrong day. But I guess it already mentally committed to missing the wedding.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Well,
going.
what's done is
Because
done.
imagine like how bad you feel to message
Yeah.
somebody like, "Sorry, man, that sucks. I can't believe I missed it." Hey, good news. You didn't miss it. It's next week.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm still not going to go.
Yeah.
I already apologized.
in my mind, the sin was committed.
Yeah.
So I will commit to this.
Oh my god.
It's awkward for both parties.
You got to check
It's
those
terrible.
dates. You got to check those dates.
Yikes.
I was going to say I never watch movies. I hate them. And I don't play video games because I'm mature.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. You've
But
got
this week,
you're
stocks
back.
to
Okay.
trade.
I watched
Oh.
2 movies and I played 2 video games. And they're not the video games you played. And they're not the movies you watched.
Wow.
So let's get into some
suck on that,
That's
everyone.
quite the assumption.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're going
go
to
ahead.
talk about video games. We're going to talk about movies. I'll talk about the video games first because everybody, I picked up Pokemon Snap. I didn't get a chance to play it yet.
Yeah.
I don't know if if you guys
Yeah.
got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll talk
For
about that in
me.
a second. I know Johnny's been playing it. But I picked up Outer Wilds and Manifold Garden.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend both of them. So anybody out there is interested, they're PS4 games. They're both about $20-25. Both of them were nominated for GDC Game of the Year in 2020. Manifold Garden is a mind-blowing game similar to Portal. I would say it's almost like this generation's Portal
That's whoa.
with less interesting of a story. And it's imagine Portal with the mind-bending puzzle world running through this world
Yeah.
trying to solve how to get from room to room with all of the story removed. So like
no
That-
annoying
that-
cake jokes.
that's
That sounds
fine.
great.
the psychedelic mind trip is ramped up and
Yeah.
the cake jokes are ramped down.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Essentially, Manifold Garden is a game where you can set any wall to be your floor. You can change the gravity. So if right now the bottom, the ground is the floor, but I can make this wall to the left my floor and everything will rotate and that'll become the new ground. And through that mechanism, you are just trying to get from your room to room. And then you'll find areas where there's no fall damage. And if you fall off the level, you just start scrolling through an infinite loop of that level. So it's
you
kind of like
catch it.
It is like
Portal.
Portal, yeah.
It is kind of like Portal. So
Oh.
you might be standing on a staircase and no matter what wall I set, I can't get to the staircase. Wait a second. And you just jump off the platform and suddenly you're falling and there's a building below you. And you're like, that's the building I just leapt off of. It's this. And let me tell you, every 10 minutes, you just pause and it's like, my mind is blown by the new level like you walk out of a door and you look up and it's like the sky looks weird. Oh, that sky is like a series of staircases. And it just goes on infinitely. It's
Sounds
super
like
trippy.
MC Escher.
Yeah, very MC Escher. That's
wow.
that's a perfect way to describe it. It's
Okay,
called
cool.
Manifold Garden.
This sounds awesome.
It is awesome. I'm really enjoying it. The other game I picked up is called Outer Wilds.
Yeah, I know people. I've never heard of the other one, but I know people who loved Outer Wilds.
Real quick, it's funny because Outer Wilds, I saw all these reviews. They were like, this is a once in a generation experience and I don't want to spoil it for you. I was like, cool. Can you play this on PS5? I Googled. It was immediately spoiled. I was like, all I want to know.
Oh no.
Can you play this on PS5?
The werewolf finale.
Yeah,
is not playable.
basically a character in this situation. And I'm like,
It
bro,
won't work.
you can play it on PS5. People have said they haven't had any problems, but it was originally released on PS4, so that's what I'm playing it on. Without going too much into the story aspect, this is kind of like No Man's Sky,
Yeah,
but contained into one galaxy. And there's a mystery to solve, and you have to go. Imagine every planet you go to is filled with hidden Zelda dungeons, and the prize at the bottom of this dungeon is like a little clue to this overarching story of what's going on in this mystery. So that being said, Outer Wilds is like exploring space to discover Zelda dungeons on distant planets.
With combat and
No
Just puzzle
combat.
solving.
No
Oh.
combat. The point of the game is more like surviving because the controls of your spaceship are a little wonky. It's like physics-based travel of like jumping from this and getting the star's gravity to pull you. And if you crash or come in too hard,
okay.
you die. So it's very like exploration based. It's very like you've landed on a planet and you have your jetpack. And at the top of the mountain looks like there might be a crevice I could slip into. Maybe there's some ruins in there. So it's exploration. Every time you land on a planet, your jetpack has a certain amount of fuel and a certain amount of air. So you can only go so far before you have to return to your ship.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool space exploration game. There's an interesting story element to it that I don't want to spoil. Those are the two games I'm playing. I highly recommend both of them. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between them.
That's cool. Speaking of story, Pokemon Snap doesn't need that, but it has story. I really like this game, but man, let me just take the fucking pictures and don't do
overthink this, guys.
anything else.
Yeah.
Like it's like, well, now here's a badge, and now do you want to come to my lab and I'll explain to you. It's like, no,
you know how this vehicle works. Actually, an interesting point about how your camera works. I don't care. Turn it on and be like, yo, a lot of Pokemon out there. Can you get a photo?
Yep.
Done.
This is
Let's
take
go.
a picture. This is throw the apples. That zoom. See you later. That's what I need.
You know what's interesting about Pokemon at night is they create a luminary effect, and how that effect is achieved. Oh yeah, okay, all right.
Is this
Okay. How do I
Oak
get out?
talking to you
How
the
do I
whole
get out?
time?
No. Some guy
Someone like him.
Willow, or I don't know.
Oh, new character.
I don't know. But the point is like it's a super fun game. Is it worth $60? I don't know. I don't know about that. But I really I said it like 20 years ago when we started doing the podcast, like, make a new game, I'll buy it. And I did. And I don't really know why it took 20 years to make this game.
Yeah,
But I'm happy they made it. I'm really am liking it.
yeah, I'm loving it. It's super fun. what took 20 years. I don't understand. It's not like, whoa, they're doing, this is Pokemon Snap they kind of revolutionized it. It's like open world now. No, there's nothing like
It's
that.
on rails
It's
still.
more of that. Yeah. It's like a polished up version of that first one.
Which is fine.
Yeah, which is great. It's super fun. I was like really craving that, 18, 19 years ago. And I'm just kind of like, why did this take this long? I don't understand why this took. So that's nothing wrong with the game, but
No.
that's a thought in my head the whole time.
And I
It's
do
like,
recommend
why did it take this
picking
long?
up this game. Like
Yeah.
I really do like it.
Yeah, I
But
was having a lot of fun.
every time I get back from a mission, he wants to talk to me again. It's like, oh no, I just want to take more fucking pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, I normally, there's a lot of games I enjoy the world building and the story. This is one where I'm just like, get out of the way. But it's just, it's so weird to me. Like you had the Wii where you could have been pointing to take shots. Then the Wii U, I remember thinking, oh my God, now's the time for Pokemon Snap where you hold it up like a camera and you take picture, and none of that ever happened. But with the Switch, you kind of can. If you play it in handheld mode, you actually can motion control it and take pictures that way.
If you turn
that's
around,
faster.
turn around too, it's like that completely.
I don't know about that. No, it's a lot of just tilting and stuff.
Okay.
But it works like, and the game is super fun.
Is it I've heard it's similar. Johnny played it, so he said it was similar to the Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah. Very similar.
Is it different from this Nintendo 64 game?
It's been honestly so long since I played the first one, Derek.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it's like there's no way to play Nintendo 64 games anywhere, really.
Yeah.
So I haven't like revisited this game. I just know I used to love it. So I don't think so. If my recollection is correct,
Yeah,
it's exactly the same.
Seems pretty similar.
Were you on an island in the first? I feel like you were on an island.
I think they're different Pokemon this round. It's
Well,
not
because there's so many new
yeah.
Pokemon
but
they made.
besides that,
I don't remember
I think
putting
the same.
out, and I'm sure people will tell me like, Rocco, this was in the first game too, but sending out the pulse to like wake them up. I know in the original game you would throw Pokeballs to do something, but this one I'm like sending out shockwaves to like make them pop out. I
Yeah.
don't remember doing that, but
I
it's
also
been
don't remember,
They had like
like,
the candy bait treats. I
yeah,
think.
they have that
Yeah.
still. And they were like, you have to get like 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star pictures and try to get all of them. I don't. Was that the last one? I don't
think
remember.
so. I thought so.
I don't know.
You would try to do better, get better shots. Yeah.
And if anything, you can't go to Blockbuster and not print out your pictures, so maybe it's worse.
Isn't somebody coming up with, isn't that some third party making a printer for it?
Oh, really?
It uses the Instax brand printer and film.
Oh,
I
really?
think. But I think there's a Pokemon branded Instax printer now that they'll hook up some way to your Switch.
Yeah, I thought I heard something about like, some company is.
I saw that online. Yeah, I saw advertisements for it, which is cool.
Yeah. But
So you guys recommend it? Pokemon
I recommend
Snap.
it.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and go ahead, Rocky.
Get it at Walmart where it's I think it's like $50 there, right?
Yeah, $50, yeah.
Save $10.
Yeah.
Get it there. I love it. The only other thing I was going to say was Nintendo does this thing with, and again, this is a superficial thing, but titles of things. Sometimes they'll pick a title that is like, why is that the title? And I just can't stand new Pokemon Snap. You can't come up with a better title than that. New Pokemon Snap. What? Soon this will be old. Like what? Like it. I think back to new 3DS.
New
Just
Super
call
Mario
it
Brothers.
3DS 2.0 or something. And then Smash Brothers when it was on Wii U drove me crazy too. Smash Brothers for Wii U. Yeah, you could just call it like Smash Brothers. Well, later they did Ultimate. That's done. There's a title. But anyway,
When did the first Pokemon Snap come out? I feel like it's over 20 years ago, right? Like it's.
I mean, sometime between 98 and 2000, I want to say.
Yeah.
2001 maybe,
Yeah.
but it could have been 2000. That seems a little late for it.
yeah.
it might
I mean,
have
it was a 64 game.
Might have been 2000. It could
Well,
have been.
let's just say
because
that's
GameCube wasn't till 01.
That's over 20 years. Like you are allowed a reboot at that point. So go ahead and just call it Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No one's gonna confuse
No one's
the
gonna
two.
get confused. I'm not gonna go to the store and buy the wrong one by accident.
It's just so easy to beat Pokemon Snap, the new generation. Pokemon Snap, New Frontier. Pokemon Snap. I mean, anything. New Pokemon Snap. That's it. We're
Yeah.
just doing that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm also playing MLB The Show some more, and I have realized with that game, it gets so deep and so meticulous that I only scratched the surface of these games. Like I don't know what
Oh,
I'm
wow.
doing. There's so many modes that's like I thought I loved baseball. I apparently know nothing about
Oh, it's
baseball.
like a grand strategy game.
It can be like you can collect like these like cards and then like use the cards to play and make it your own team. I don't get any of it. It's so I feel lost, honestly. Like I can play the 2 modes I'm familiar with, and then after that, I'm like, I don't know what.
Have
this
they
is.
You know, I
implemented?
often wonder, like, sorry, Garrett, not
No,
to
it's
cut
okay.
you off, but like, you get to a certain point, you just don't have time to play video games. You have a job and a family, like,
Sure.
and they make games to pass the time, and sometimes you just don't have the time to play 'em.
This is not a complaint because obviously, like, they're giving me way more than I'll ever need with this game, which is fine. That's cool. But like, yeah, I realized like, oh, you know, people get so into whatever game. You know, I got really into Breath of the Wild when it first came out. It's been like hundreds of hours in this fucking game, I feel like. And I guess people do that with this game, and then they'll just go all the way in. But like, yeah, wow, it's intense. It's crazy. There's like whole communities of this game. Like it's like a huge thing that I'm just not aware of apparently.
Time to get in.
Have they implemented? Because I heard Madden had added like the gambling kind of loot crates or things like that. Have they added some kind of thing in with the cards?
Think so.
Like
I'm not. You can get cards. I'm not even sure how you get cards. I don't know. But I don't think so. I
One
think
card per customer.
in-game purchase.
At Target.
Yeah, I don't think you can buy cards. I think you just like you unlock cards by playing.
Oh, okay.
Did you say in Madden you can get loot crates?
What do they call
every
it?
month-
What do they call that game? All gaming.
I think it's loot boxes.
Loot boxes.
But
Yeah.
for some, that was cracking me up. Picturing John Madden get, all right, I got a Deadpool apron. I got a Thanos
got
oven mitt.
an
See, my
alien
mind was
keychain.
every month you get a box full of John Madden.
Yeah,
gear.
or that.
Oh,
we got
another
Tenactin.
football. Yeah. Oh, miniature bus. Oh, what's the Madden bus?
Once all those free-to-play games started adding the like daily rewards and open this loot box and
Yeah,
you could buy more loot boxes and that's kind of like the
It's so
money
crazy
maker.
to think that we fully lived and transcended an era in video games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because everything you're describing, I feel like is just here. Now.
Oh, it's normal, dude.
It's,
the mobile game method is like
See,
normal.
Well, just the era before kind of loot crates and that free to play model.
Oh, yeah.
That's a bygone era now.
We've
It's just
lived through
crazy
that.
to be, to realize like, oh yeah, things have changed and we're not really going back.
See, I feel like a lot of the loot box stuff ended. Like, I feel like a lot of companies are ditching that.
Even that
Because-
is a part of a bygone era. Yeah, I'm just talking about what Garrett's talking about, like free to play model has changed the way of video games and just loot boxes in general.
Yeah,
I'm just saying we often on this show complain about how things are different and what are they doing in the video game industry, and then just take a moment and realize how long we've been doing this. And just to recognize, just a few eras of the video game industry that have passed that we've lived through is interesting.
I downloaded a Tetris app. I think the Tetris app back when I first got my iPhone, like forever ago. I mean, I used to have Tetris on my fucking Nokia. Like I've always had Tetris on my phones. And just recently, they got a notification like, hey, just so you know, this is bought out by EA, so it's gonna be a little different from here on out.
Can't wait.
You guys, it is like, how did you fuck up Tetris so hard? This game existed, and I just want to play Tetris. And now it's like, you have to watch all these ads before you can play a game of Tetris, and you only get 2 minutes. And it's like, once that 2 minutes is up, then you can buy more minutes. It's like, oh, fuck off. Like, I want to play fucking Tetris. Oh my God.
Yeah, that whole scene sucks.
It sucks.
Tetris, what was the best version of Tetris?
Game Boy.
I think the DS one. That first DS one
that was good too.
had so many great modes, and it had kind of a Nintendo theme to it, and then they lost the rights to Tetris like right after that, so they didn't reprint it or something. But I think that was the best. That, or I really did like that. What was it? Tetris Effect. Was that the
Tetris-
latest one?
yeah, that
and
was
you could play that in VR and stuff. That
Yeah.
was cool. I
Tetris
did like
99
that.
was cool.
That's cool. And it still goes.
But I think
Yeah,
I'm
that
with
was fun actually. Yeah.
I do agree with you. The DS one was really cool, but man, me and Sean at the same time were like Game Boy, like black and white Game Boy Tetris.
That was fun, but I
Was
didn't
the
think
best,
that, I didn't think that was the peak of it. Like
I'm a purist.
That was very everyone had it, but
yeah.
I think if you give 15-year-old kid today a choice of any version of Tetris, the black and white Game Boy would be at the bottom of the list.
Probably. But man, that was sick. Oh, and
3
car
songs
rides.
to choose from.
car rides back in the day, and then like when it's like nighttime, you try to like hold it up, so like maybe passing car people light it for 1 second.
That sounds
and try to
shitty.
play.
That sounds like the worst version of Tetris.
Oh yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying,
I would
dude.
get
I
headaches.
I think you're just
from
being
cars.
nostalgic.
No, yeah, that's not.
No?
But the fact that I could play while the car was going was pretty sweet.
I literally asked, what do you think is the best version of Tetris? Oh, it's the one where I was like,
See, I
That
didn't
was
have,
only in
I didn't have that problem.
emergencies. That normally I was just in
You didn't
class
have the light.
thinking it.
You didn't have the little wiggly light.
did
I'm a
eventually. I
fucking
did.
millionaire. No, I
I
have a
put-
light.
No, it was a
Sean the
light
poor
that
kid.
plugged into the socket on the side. to
You
get
had fucking
power.
sockets in your house? Okay.
What sockets are you-
Where'd you live?
What kind of car are you
Buckingham
driving?
Palace?
What fucking Teslas do you have?
It was the link cable socket.
I remember I had not the little worm cable, but it was a whole contraption that would go over
Oh, I had that
like,
too.
like Megazord
Magnifying glass.
over the Game Boy that it had a magnetic like a magnifying lens over it to make the screen bigger
Yeah.
and lights to illuminate it. And I brought we went on road trips to Vegas all the time to see family and stuff. And that was the system. We would pass it around like, yo, I'm bored. Give me the Game Boy. That we played that so much. And I remember playing that huge contraption at a restaurant and some guy in a booth over. I think there's how do I describe this? There's like a thing between there's a certain level of adults thinking that kids don't understand what they're talking about.
yeah.
And it's like, I'm like 11. I can understand. You know what I mean? Like I'm not 2.
Sure.
And I remember this guy literally in the booth next to us going, "These kids playing video games are just so disgusting, and what a road to nowhere." He just like was going on for a rant. They're rotting their brain, and they all end up dumb as shit. And I'm sitting like right here, like, and I don't remember what I think I like looked at him or said something like,
Should I leave?
like I just looked at him, and he was like, "Oh." Okay.
Well-
but it's like, yeah, I'm like 11. I'm not 2. I can hear all the, you know what I mean? It was like, do you think I can't understand what you're saying? But anyway,
And
thinking
the
back, it was
ironic
funny.
thing is, Road to Nowhere led you here, and he's probably fucking dead.
Oh,
So-
Oh, that guy's definitely dead.
So take that. Maybe he's the one who tried to unplug the light earlier. He's the one haunting us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he knew.
He's fucking pissed.
Well, because I think
probably.
beyond the grave, it's kind of like time isn't really a thing. So it's just kind of always. So he probably already knew I was going to talk about it.
Yep.
he waited.
Absolutely.
I like how Road to Nowhere led you here with some big triumphant point.
Well, we have a fucking video game company.
Yeah.
You know,
You get paid
I
to
knew
play
what-
that
I knew
fucking
you were
video
saying.
game.
look at
I'm-
us.
I'm
This
with
is
it.
our job, bro.
I'm with it.
You fucking old man.
Yeah.
Get with the program.
You piece of shit. Go
Yeah.
enjoy
Geezer.
your free biscuits and shut up.
Yeah.
Take your senior discount.
Suck
and
it.
Fuck off.
Hey, old man, I talk about video games every Sunday night. Bitch. Fuck off. 20 years later, I win.
I rule.
We get
That
sponsors.
used to happen to me a lot as a kid, though, is like people would talk about stuff and it's like, I understand you. What are you
People
talking-
still do that,
Yeah.
you know. And then people always say, "Oh, look at that kid on the tablet." When I have kids, they're gonna have no
They'll
screen
never-
time when,
yeah,
especially when it's dinner time. They're gonna sit at the table, and yeah, they're gonna eat their vegetables. And then they have kids, and they realize they're a fucking idiot.
Do you love when people without kids tell you how they would be parents?
Yeah, because I just usually am like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. You're wrong, but
I just
okay.
figure if you don't have kids, you shouldn't ever be talking to someone
Yeah.
with kids about how
I had
you
to,
would do it.
I had to learn that really quick because I had a lot of concepts about that too. And then after like a year of that, when I knew people who were having kids, you know,
Yeah.
my age or whatever, I was just like, well, I don't know what I was doing.
Why am I
I
getting-
was having trouble opening a fucking like Power Ranger thing. And I'm like, what? I'm struggling with this. Why the fuck am I talking about how to raise someone's kid? Like what?
yeah.
I had some breakthrough. I don't remember what it was.
But it's like anything. When you have an idea what something will be, so you think, oh, this is what I'm going to do. But then when the reality happens, whatever that thing may be, it's never what you planned. So, you know, but don't tell me how you're going to do it, or don't tell me what I should be doing. Fuck off. I'll do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
Dad.
I just
If anybody, you know, is giving out advice, I would just look back and be like, all right, now I'm going to tell you how to have a fulfilling fucking job where you make $1 million. Why are you working at Chili's?
Yeah.
You got all your opinion on how other people should run their lives. And then these people are like, well, anyways, I've told you how to raise your kid. I'm going to go to my shift at Papa John's.
Yeah. Got pizzas to make. I was like you, Rocco, though, where I didn't want to I would be really careful what electronics I would bring out into the world, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I had Game Boys and Walkmans.
Yeah.
But I always was afraid of the ire from someone else. I would get comments on that too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
bringing the Game Boy into the restaurant waiting room. I remember it would be shit like that. Like, even from uncles and aunts. Like, he's playing his... He can't just socialize with us while we wait for a table.
But ironically, I guarantee you those people are doing the same thing now with their Facebooks.
Oh, they're
when
buried in their phone. Man. Yeah.
But it's so easy to look at video games and be like, what are you doing? You're wasting your time with that. But it's the same as watching TV, or it's the same.
I got that for because I was always walking around with headphones and listening to my CD player.
Yeah,
I mean, I just fucking loved music so much. I constantly listened to my Walkman.
Yeah.
And I would get like shit at family events. Like, take those fucking headphones off. Like, I would get yelled at or something like by an older uncle. And I would always be hesitant. Like, what shit can I bring from my house that's not going to get me fucking in trouble? Like,
I never, I was that, but with, really, my whole childhood, I always had a portable game system. Like, I always brought it with me everywhere. Game Boy, whatever. I mean, really, that was the longest one, but Game Boy Color or whatever. But I never
You
really
had that
had
pocket
any,
station.
I think I just was lucky, and I had a family that like knew what it was like. Okay, we're in Vegas. You got family gambling. You got family doing this and that, whatever. Like, bring your Game Boy. Like I never really, and they understood games. You know what I mean? There wasn't really a stigma with that. The time in my life where that did happen, and it was the most annoying period of time, was getting the first iPhone. That was where it was constant, because no one else I knew had that yet. And everywhere I went, I would be, it was so awesome, like doing emails from like, oh, cool, we got some time. People would be like, what's so interesting? Like seriously, like now it's so commonplace on the phone.
God,
it was constant. Wow, you really got that many messages, huh? Oh, I turned the light on, sorry. It was stuff like that all the time. Okay, off your iPhone, please. Thanks. Are you talking to other people? It was like, oh my fucking God, just let me do my thing. And then like the next generation of phones, people I know started getting them, and they were buried in it 10 times more.
Right.
It was just, what? Did you say something? What?
Yeah.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I really am working on it, and I'm failing, to be honest. But I'm
What?
working on, when I get home, I put my phone somewhere else.
Yeah.
But like,
that's what I do.
but I forget, and I go back to it, and I'm like, and like people talk to me, I don't realize it, which is terrible. Like, I don't want to be that way. I just gotta put that fucking thing down. But I'm like, what if I miss it? What if I miss something?
What's so important? to
That
miss?
nothing, literally nothing.
Exactly.
I go through waves where I will be really good at like, I'm usually, I'm on my phone a lot here, but I'm constantly posting stuff and tweeting stuff and whatever. So I'm like, that comes with it.
Yeah, where you're
fine with
working.
me. But when I go home, like I'll go through waves of like, that's there and I'm going to watch this and not participate. And then it's like, it comes back with a vengeance. And I think it's when I'm anxious about something or you know what I mean? Like I'll be at home, like I just have a lot of anxiety about things coming up or something.
Right.
And I will just, any downtime at all, I'm on my phone. Or I'm watching this movie. I could be on my phone too. I can watch this at the same time. And I feel like the last couple weeks, for some reason, I've been bad with it. Like, I've been really like, okay, Rocco, you've been on Twitter like all fucking day. Like, stop doing that. I'm in a bad period right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well,
I don't know
I've
why.
been giving my phone to Sawyer to play her games on my phone, and I feel like that's been helping me. Where it's like, all right, I can't even have
Answer
it
my
right now.
text for me.
Right? Like, whatever. But then I get my notification, and it'll be like, what's your screen time looking at? And it's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
why is it? Oh, well, she played on it a lot, right? That's
Yeah.
why it's so high. I'm hoping. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
God, I don't look at that.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah,
time?
mine gives me a report notification like
Yeah.
once a week. And it tells me, and so this one, I got one today and it was really bad. It was like, oh, you're averaging 8 hours a day. Oh, that's good. Fuck. All right.
Yikes.
I've tried doing
Crazy.
the thing where it actually will shut the app off after a couple hours. But then, it works for me for like a week. And then after that, I'm like, to turn this shit off. And then I just forgot to ever go back.
Yeah.
So I need to turn that on.
What app are you on for 8 hours a day?
I'm on a bunch of stuff.
Bro, I
Social
think you got
media
a
stuff.
problem. 8 hours?
I'm doing emails every day and Twitter every day, and
That's 2 hours max right there. What are the other 6 hours?
I'm
Throw
doing a lot of
Insta
stuff.
on there.
Nobody's even tweeting. I think you need 1 hour. 8 hours a week is what you need to
You
be
should
on.
let
I did
Derek
limit
set
it
your-
to 1 hour once, and I couldn't get shit done. It was seriously like it was crazy how fast that flew by. It was like, okay, yeah, today I'm gonna post this thing, and okay, we're about to shut down in 5 minutes. Like what? I didn't even get to. I just edited down the clip of us laughing at Bin Laden or whatever. Like, yeah.
You should let Derek set your parental controls for 1 week and see how it
I'd
goes.
get this guy whipped into shape so fast. Fucking 8 hours on the phone.
we would promote-
and then I'd be like, Rocco, you need an extracurricular activity. We're gonna sign you up for volleyball.
Yeah, fuck.
No merch would get promoted, but he'd be at volleyball practice.
Yeah. Or theater, you know.
There are some weeks I can do that. It's just like an hour or two a day.
Yeah.
And then there's some weeks where it's just like you were on it 12
I
hours.
would love to see Rocco get into like some new hobby.
Okay.
I've been exploring new hobbies for 2020. You know, shit I never even thought I'd get into.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's really rewarding, you know, because you learn something about yourself when you try something that you never thought would be up your alley, you know? You kind of think, am I this kind of person? Am I the kind of person that can handle this? And then you do, and you're like, oh, guess I know more about myself than before. For example, me and Johnny shot guns for the first time, which wasn't a new hobby. I did the motorcycle thing. Maybe you should get into guns. Nah, I
Rocco
don't
would love
think
guns.
Yeah, I would really love to shoot some guns.
I bet Rocco would be killer at it. Probably be like a fucking marksman.
Yeah.
Dead shot over here.
I could see you with a 357 Magnum.
Here's the thing
Something
that
powerful.
would be cool. At the end of this, Rocco would have some really cool secret hidden talent that nobody would ever expect from him. And be like, why the fuck can you do that? Be like, oh, I just picked it up in 2021.
2020. I
It's
started
like he became a
practicing.
marksman sharpshooter.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Then it's like that Bob Odenkirk movie, Nobody, but with you, Rocco.
Yeah.
You're like
Call it somebody.
pulling
Like,
out
for
claymores
example,
and shotguns.
If Rocco just
Or
decided,
the
like,
Bodhi.
I'm going to get really good at Kenpo karate, and he just becomes like a black belt at karate, that'd be cool. I don't know.
Nobody
I
would have
did
been a better
karate.
joke.
I'm done with it.
Yeah,
Did
he
you do
mastered
karate
it.
when you were younger?
Yeah.
I did karate and I quit before I even got a single belt.
No.
Did you get a
Yeah,
belt?
I got a few belts, and then I was supposed to get, I forget what color. I was supposed to get it, and then the test to do it, I had to miss it. Like I was sick or something.
Can you demonstrate a
And-
move on me?
I did a kata on here before.
Yeah, but you didn't do one on me.
On you?
Watch this. Okay.
Well, karate is
Okay,
defensive.
Here.
You have
Move
to
the mic
strike
out
him.
of the way.
Okay.
All right,
Careful.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, look.
Oh!
Holy.
Are you, Derek, are you okay?
Fuck!
Are you okay?
Oh my god!
Dude, that scared me. Oh my
that
god.
legit
Rocco.
scared the fuck. I think I just shit my pants.
Yeah, dude. Don't fuck
You
with
gotta
a-
register
an
those
orange belt.
weapons.
Don't fuck with an
around.
orange belt.
I got further than orange.
No
okay?
fucking
Oh.
hesitation.
I mean,
I got fucking scared just now.
You see,
Yeah.
no hesitation, dude. He reacted.
yeah, it
because
was
it's the training.
It was instinct,
It's the
bro.
training.
It's like
It was
Jason
like
Bourne
ingrained in
shit.
his brain.
It's like Jason Bourne shit.
It all
I can move
unlocked,
this hand.
dude. I'm like, it's like nobody. It unlocked.
Jesus. Anybody else want to try?
Got a
I saw
secret
it happen
life.
to you. You think I'm
I warn
stupid?
against you.
No
God,
way.
I wish I had a fucking
I
fun noodle or
was
something.
A blue belt, which is pretty high. But
Wait, who has the better moves then?
I don't know.
Wish I had
I just saw that move. I don't know if I can handle that.
Oh yeah, so that was I quit because I missed the day to do the test where we would all move on to the next belt or whatever. I missed
Yeah.
that, and they were like, yeah, they do them like once a year.
Once a year.
Or however
the
often it
studio.
was, or every 6 months or something. It was something like that, where they would just have the official people come and, okay, you get the belt, whatever. So I missed that, and then I went to class the next week, and everyone was a belt higher, and it created a shitty energy.
Yeah.
Where everyone is like, well, Rocco, you're still that belt, so okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go real slow because you're a moron. Because that belt, you know what I mean? It turned into that, and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be here." Okay,
Yeah, but did it for me, and I told the story before, I believe, but it was this kid who came into the class, and he was like, his parents were fucking rich. I don't know what the deal was, but he hated me. And he was a lower belt than me, and we'd spar, and the sensei put us together, and the rule was the lower belt determines how hard you go. And if the lower belt goes full force, then you go full force. That's whatever.
Yeah.
So this kid would always go full force, and I'd always beat him up and get him. And then eventually the sensei, like the kid was like losing his fucking mind over it. And the sensei pulled me aside once, like, I'm going to put you in the adult class because you're doing so well.
Oh.
I'm going to move you to the adult class. But really what I think was that he got me away from that kid because that kid was fucking nuts. And I was in the adult class for one day. And it's like, I'm this like 10-year-old kid. I don't want to be in this class. And then I just quit. That was it for me.
That's the genius of rich people. Because you're a rich parent and you got some poor kid beating up your kid.
Yeah.
How do you solve this problem? I can't get in between the. I'll pay the teacher to put my kid's bully against fighting adults.
I was not
That'll
that kid's
fuck him
bully.
up.
I swear to you.
Sean's offended by the
That
term
kid
bully.
fucking sucked.
I'm just saying,
And
that's how rich people take care of their
I
problems.
don't know what he had against me, but he did not like me.
Fucking Tanner, Mr. Moneybags over there coming
Yeah.
in my dojo.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tanner.
And then they took their kid. They're like, remember that kid that's been beating you up these past 6 weeks? I paid the teacher to make him fight an adult. Let's go watch.
One of the kids, their friend, it was a big deal because their friend was Will Smith's son, which now is
Jaden?
Jaden Smith. Yeah.
No,
but like
the Karate
he came to
Kid.
the
Wait,
class.
Wait, Will Smith
he
has
came-
another son.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does he really?
Yeah, the secret unknown
John.
son. With like his first wife or something. So I'm just saying, could have been the
Oh.
other one.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more. I don't know. Now I don't know.
More age appropriate. Yeah, you're
Agent.
not Jaden's
He has a
age.
son that's like 10 years older than Jaden or something like that.
So that'd be
What?
around our age. Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right. That makes way more sense.
So it
because I was
wasn't
like,
Jaden.
well, how old was that kid when he showed up to? Interesting.
The
Anyways,
secret
whatever.
son.
Point is, there were some rich kids that went to that dojo, and I didn't fit in.
You have a lot of stories with rich kids and rich families. growing
Yeah,
up.
you know what that was? Oh, that is that I went to that performing arts school,
Yeah.
and I only went there because my mom was a teacher, and I got to go for free. But it was like a private school that was super expensive.
Oh.
So all the kids I knew were like loaded because their parents could afford that school. But we were the one people who like I said teacher mom, so I was able to go. And that's what that is.
All the kids drove up in BMWs.
Yeah.
You fucking walked to school.
We had our Ford Astro van that was
No.
like super old and the
Oh,
door
yeah,
didn't
we-
open all the way.
Dang, dude.
We had one of those too.
Yeah.
Could have became friends with all the rich kids. Then
I mean-
you would be rich yourself right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here we are, guys. What can you do?
We had an Astro van that was what we took to Vegas every year or whatever, and it was way too much room for us. Like, so my brother would take his own full seat, and I would take mine. And then I got really into one day I went in there and like decorated it.
Oh.
Like I don't know,
van?
I like doing stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I was like, so I put all these cards for shit, like the cards that were in like Nintendo Power, like Mario RPG, and like put all over. And my parents were like, "You stuck shit all over the inside of the car?" Yeah, but it was like, yeah, we have a family van, and you're all the way back there in that corner. Yeah, okay, fine. They like.
Oh, that's nice of them.
That's nice.
Dude, my parents, if I decorated the car, fuck that.
Yeah.
I would have been grounded for like 6 months. I would have had to pay for a new car.
I think there was a discussion about it, but then they were like, well,
He put stickers on the fucking seat fabric.
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember like I would like my friends were rich. I remember like all the cool things I did as a kid mostly were because I got to go with them and they just paid for me to go. Like, oh, he's doing a water skiing camp. We'll pay for Sean to go too. Is that cool? It's like, yeah, that's cool with me.
That's why you're always doing these rich person fucking vacations to Yosemite and all
That's-
this
Yeah.
rich bitch
Yeah,
shit.
wine tasting.
Oh, we went wine or fucking ski sailing in Cancun or some
That's
crap.
what
I'm
we
like,
did. I did a lot of cool stuff because
fuck?
my friends had more money. It was awesome.
yeah, I'm sitting
Yeah.
here like, how do you even learn how to do this shit?
You gotta get rich friends.
Yeah. This
Seriously.
is truly, I remember being in the drive thru at Jack in the Box and my friend's like, you can can order a meal if you want with the fries and the drink. And I was like, what? What can we do? It was the best day.
Oh, because you would always get an
just
item.
Like, I'll get one hamburger.
Something off the
But
dollar
I can
menu.
get the Western bacon cheeseburger meal? Are you fucking serious?
I may not have been a rich kid, but I was a fat kid. So I definitely got meals at Jack in the Box. God, twice a day.
Yeah, that was like mind-blowing to me.
Colossus.
Hey, you mentioned you were watching some movies that we haven't seen either, Derek.
Yeah, go ahead, Rocco.
Can I before we get to that?
Yeah.
Can I just say I do want to thank our sponsor before we get too late into the game here.
Yeah.
And who is more worth a thank you? You know, the Oscars, they paid a very poor tribute to those who
Terrible
fell.
tribute.
And they sped through it. That's not going to be us because this sponsor is very much alive and well. Unlike those other losers,
Yeah, we'll take our
we're going to
time.
pay
Oh my
respect. Tenga. We want to say thank you to Tenga for sponsoring the show.
Thank you.
They are going to make you feel so good because they've got, let me tell you, all you adults watching, if you're a kid, shut it off because all the adults, you're going to feel good and pleasured and just romanticized when you try a Tenga product. Get one for yourself. Go to the special link that we have provided below and use offer code Mega64 to get yourself a discount. And we promise you're gonna wish it was another year indoors when you start stocking up.
Yeah, you're going
your
to stock
Tenga
up and be
supplies.
like, thank you, Tenga, and thank
Yeah.
you, Mega64.
And you know what?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a sexual thing. It can be wholesome too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
collect them all.
I happen to have a perfectly good Tenga egg right here. And if you would allow me to demonstrate with just my finger, I can put it in here and that feels good.
Mm-hmm.
That feels real good.
Yeah, it's like a
Innocent
massage
stuff.
for your finger.
Oh, you've been having a little bit of arthritis lately?
It's soft in there on your finger, huh?
It feels it's like a massage on my fingy.
Right. And right now, it's hard to get a pedicure.
Oh.
I think we found a workaround, guys.
Just this on the tip of my pointer finger. Just rubbing my fingerprints on the inside of this egg is ecstatic. It's like ecstasy.
Yep.
That's a good finger massage.
That's a wholesome
probably the best
massage.
You're
finger
ready to
massage
type.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
You're ready to
Carpal
Hold on.
tunnel.
Oh, I know it feels so good. Oh, that was nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
Get a point.
You're ready
click
to put in your
adventure.
PIN number on something, you know?
What I can do with this finger right now,
Change the world.
God
Change
only
the world.
knows.
That's right.
You could speed
You
run
could have
Grim
the
Fandango.
power in the tip of your finger as well. Use that promo code. Get yourself a Tenga product.
Hell yeah. And
There
then
you go.
shop.mega64.com is also, I'm going to say, the other greatest store on the internet because we've got apparel, we've got all kinds of stuff. Stuff if you want to look cooler, feel cooler, and support the coolest show. That's right, us.
We put the face masks back in stock.
Yep.
And
Just in time.
yeah, order those now while supplies last. But dude, get them. We'll send them out.
Yeah, the 64 face mask
Pronto.
and the cartridge style face mask, the newer one.
The newer cartridge.
Both
one
of
is-
those are fully in stock now.
Look at them.
And every weekend we like to do a 64-hour special. That's a shirt that's only around for 64 hours. A while ago, we did a shirt based on a story Garrett told about he saw the baby man at a store. Someone who looked like a baby man. You know him.
You know the
But
baby.
we had some leftover supply of it, so that is in our store right now. If you ever missed out on that, get that now because this is just some overstock from the last time we did it, so it's first come first serve. So check that out and a million other things at shop.mega64.com and patreon.com/mega64 for exclusive video stuff. We revisited one of our favorite multiplayer games, WarioWare on GameCube.
Oh yeah.
We played that again. That went up today. And then we have our movie club episode for Mortal Kombat going up tonight. So check that out.
Dang. And this is the new one, not that old one. The
Yeah.
new Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, this is the one about coal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the new guy's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgettable.
Don't say that.
Well, I liked it, but Find out more when you check out the Boys Movie Club.
Well, you're not in it.
I'm not. But
Yeah, so what'd you think?
you'll find out more.
Okay.
He liked it. He just said he
definitely find out
liked it.
Yeah, I talked about it on the podcast last week too.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I saw Mortal Kombat. I watched it with these guys, and in that episode, I recommend another movie that I'm going to recommend here on this show as well. It's called The Night Comes for Us, and it's on Netflix. It's an Indonesian action movie starring Joe Taslim. Is that how you pronounce it? It's the guy who played Sub-Zero in the new Mortal Kombat movie. Guys, this movie is fucking insane. This is probably the most violent / gory action movie I've seen in a long time.
Damn.
Which is almost a mark against it. You know, I wouldn't recommend this movie for Movie Club because I think it would upset
Me.
Sean and Rocco. I don't think you guys would like the level of violence that is in this movie. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't care. I just get the impression that it would be a downer, a detraction for you.
To me, it's just what's the goal of the movie. You know what I mean? If a movie's endlessly miserable and that, then whatever. But if it's, I don't know.
I do
It's
think
not
that
a
might be
bother
your
me.
review of this movie, but I like this movie. I thought this was a throwback to like 90s action movies that were almost too violent, that had too many guns. This movie
Yeah.
has too many knives.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a very blade heavy movie. Lots of stabbing and just, oh my God, it's insane. There were parts of this movie where I thought I might like faint. It was so violent.
Oh, okay.
No,
It
thank
was
you.
so violent. That being said, I fucking loved it. It was like a roller coaster. It got to the point where I was scared of what the villains were going to do to the good guy or what the good guy was going to do to the villains. Like at any point, I was like, this is a bad situation. No! You know, I was watching this movie by myself and Joy came out and she's like, what are you doing out here? I was like, I'm watching a movie. And she's like, who are you watching it with? I'm like, I'm by myself. She's like, I've heard you talking for the past hour. It's like, yeah, because this whole movie, I'm like, you're not going to fucking do that. No, his head is gone. Fuck.
I can't wait.
It's called The Night Comes for Us.
Damn. That's another Garrett movie.
Yeah, I'm into that.
And it was on Netflix, you know. I was surprised that there was a movie on Netflix where, honestly, it was well made. The moment I turned it on, I was like sucked in. It was a thriller, it was suspenseful.
Yeah.
And then I watched Green Zone. You guys heard of Green Zone?
No.
This is a thriller from 2010 starring Matt Damon. You know, it's funny because Matt Damon, you think of Matt Damon, I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy, Matt Damon. Matt Damon's a great actor. He really is.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't mind
always
Matt
liked Matt
Damon.
Damon.
You know, for whatever, he does have this, there's kind of a joke about him, you know, the Team America World Police version of Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, where he's kind of like a
Cardboard.
knucklehead who maybe just wants to be an activist and have a Hollywood message. Whatever. Matt Damon, he's a great actor. He's in a lot of good movies. Green Zone is a Matt Damon movie where he plays a soldier in the U.S. military. He's in Iraq in 2003 looking for WMDs, and it's like just a really taut thriller, like an espionage thriller.
Ooh, that
like,
sounds good.
It wasn't super violent. I mean, there is a lot of action in it, but it's not an action movie. This is like a suspense thriller about being in Iraq looking for weapons of mass destruction. And he just can't find them. And he's like the guy who's going in, doing all the fighting. And every time he goes, this place is an empty fucking room. And he's like, he starts to question, like, where's this intelligence coming from? Like, we're getting bad intel. And all of his supervisors are like, no, you're not getting bad intel. And he's like, no, I am, because I'm the guy going in the fucking room. I'm telling you it's bad. And they're like, don't cause waves, you know?
Okay.
It's that kind of movie. And he's like, I'm causing fucking waves because you're sending me into these places to get fucking killed. There's nothing there. Like, what am I going here for? You know? And he starts like unraveling, like, what's really going on here. It's really good. It's called Green Zone.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Check those out. They're both on Netflix.
Better than The Martian, as good as The Martian, or what are we comparing to?
I didn't like The Martian, honestly.
I know you're a big Martian nut.
But at least
You don't
it's,
need to hide it.
It was way better than The Martian. It's fucking awesome.
No,
I mean, you know, some people aren't into like movies about the American military presence in Afghanistan and Iraq, like the War on Terror.
Yeah, it's been going on for so long.
Yeah,
I've
movies
seen
like
it.
Hurt Locker
Yeah, that's what I was
and Zero Dark 30. But
American
It's
Sniper.
funny you mentioned
American
that,
Sniper.
and you mentioned that, and my immediate reaction is, yeah, you know, But I have loved all those movies. Like I've actually I really liked Hurt Locker and stuff like that. There actually are compelling stories.
I would say Green Zone is one of the better ones. And
That's cool.
I would say it's
I'll
right
check
up
that
there
out.
with the other three that I mentioned.
That's cool.
I'll check that out.
I still I remember the year that I still laugh at the year that The Martian came out. I mean, it was a whole fucking operation to get Matt Damon off the Mars or whatever, rescue him or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Interstellar came out, and it was like, oh man, they're going deep into space. Well, there's going to be a guy that'll help him there. He's been stranded out here forever. And then they open it and it's Matt Damon. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like I think I saw those like back to back, and it was like, what are they doing? Like, why is it always him?
Yeah, Matt Damon, what are you doing?
Crossover.
weird.
Same guy.
Stop being in space.
I totally have no memory of him in Interstellar.
Yeah, they don't market him at all, and then he's
Probably
just
because
in
of
it.
that.
I think I only saw that
He's
once.
just in it.
I didn't like The Martian, and I really liked Elysium that he starred in.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
I didn't
people
care
don't
for
like that movie either, but yeah, I thought he was good in that.
He was fine. He was fine, and there was a lot of cool like future tech shit. In that.
I think Matt Damon, for any bad, corny movie he makes, he always balances it out. If you look, you'll find like, oh, he made this little indie movie that's actually really fucking cool.
Yeah, he does.
You know, there's so many amazing Matt Damon movies, and there's plenty of shitty ones too.
Well, I mean, that's what they do, right? Like they do a movie that's going to pay the bills, and then they do a movie that they do because they're artists and they want to make something cool.
Yeah.
all the way back from like Good Will Hunting and Talented Mr. Ripley, like his early movies that are bangers. And then I think he was in was it Pandemic or Outbreak? There's a movie with Gus Van Sant that is about like a viral outbreak that's really good. This movie's really good. I even like the first Bourne movie, of which they made like 20 of them.
That's right.
I've
He was
heard,
in those.
I haven't seen these movies, but I've heard from several reliable sources that those are all great.
The Bourne,
movies.
the first one is awesome. And then I think I watched the second and third one, and they are like sequels to an awesome movie. And then I think they replace him with Jeremy Renner in later ones.
But then he came back. I don't know. It gets confusing.
Oh, yeah. Jason Bourne is back. That's when it gets really shitty.
I just remember I was in San Francisco for the week that the third one came out.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone who had
Bourne
seen,
Supremacy.
I didn't know anyone who had seen any of them, and I was in San Francisco, and there were like lines down the block. I'm like, what is this for? Oh, the new Bourne. The new Bourne is out. It was like, did I miss something? Like, I didn't think anyone cared that much about this.
care.
It was like, oh no, the new Bourne. This is the final Bourne. Like, he will not be born again. And I remember it was like a huge hit that weekend. I was like, I don't know anyone that was into this, but then San Francisco, it was like they're practically cosplayers. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, no, Jenny fucking loves the Bourne movies. My friend Jonathan fucking loves the Bourne movies. Like, I think like it connects to some people, and they just
The first one's cool.
love them.
The first one's great. The first one has that
really.
appeal where it looks like it's low budget. And so out the gate, you're like, oh, is this a shitty movie? And then you watch it, you're like, nah, it's pretty good. You know, he like falls off a boat, like a cargo boat in the middle of the ocean. And they pull him out of the water. And they're like, who the fuck are you? He's like, I don't know. But then he's like looking around, but like, ooh, I feel myself observing everything. I don't know why. I can tell that guy's a really good fighter. I know the name of all those guns on the wall. Like, who the fuck am I?
He has amnesia.
He has
Okay.
amnesia. And then some people like start, oh, it's you. What do you mean it's you? They start fighting and suddenly he's like, dush, 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 dush. How do I know how to do this? It's one of those movies.
Oh, gotcha.
Got it.
The second and third one is like, you haven't figured your shit out yet? You're fucking Jason Bourne.
Jesus Christ.
What does it take, man? I know who you are. Anyways, Green Zone and The Night Comes First.
There's
Check 'em
very
out.
few memes that will make me laugh even after years, but there was a meme where they would play a clip from a guy from a trailer for one of those movies where he goes, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. And they would play that before like a clip of a kid swinging a stick, you know. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. And they put that before any clip, and I laugh every time. It's always funny to me.
Jason Bourne is a badass. Jason Bourne versus Jack Bauer. Who would win? Nobody
Dude,
knows.
I've been watching 24. I'm on season 4 now
Yeah?
of 24. And let me tell you, I think Jack Bauer, he's going to win. So that show is the perfect show to watch. I'm watching one a day like I did with Lost and then I did with Alias. This show is like, I'm making fun of it, but I'm also interested in the plot. And then I'm also like scared at some points. And it's like, it's got all. It's great.
Every time I watch 24, I just feel like Bush administration. You know what I mean? That's just what I feel.
Well, it was filmed during that time.
And George Bush is in it. Too.
It's a show about being in the government, like an anti-terrorist unit.
Yes.
Which,
Homeland Security.
Yeah,
shit.
Homeland Security.
CTU.
That all came into existence during the Bush administration. It was very much in the news.
Yeah.
This show is a response to that, kind of like what was going on culturally.
Yeah, it came out in 2001.
Yeah,
so
so
it's right
it
after.
did?
Yeah.
Every time I see 24, I just feel like I'm back in that early 2000s. And then they're all wearing the fucking ugly clothes and the stupid haircuts.
And they have like the flip phones.
And he's always trying to stop the end of the world, right?
And it's very technology based. Like,
It is.
oh, fuck, dude. We have 20 minutes to get there. Yeah, Sean's right. Hold on. My Nokia.
This is Bauer.
Nobody has an iPhone.
I've never seen any of these movies
is-
or shows.
I'm telling you, it is very.
I don't like action.
24 rocks, dude.
It's great, but don't walk into it thinking like this is gonna be this is like the best show ever made. It's just fun to watch. It's
Yeah.
just,
24 is so bad it's good. I think my favorite, like I was sold on 24 when Jack Bauer was interrogating a guy. Like, you didn't tell me where the fucking leader is. And the guy's like, I ain't gonna tell you shit. So Jack Bauer pulls out a gun and like shoots him in the chest.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what the fuck? You can't kill him. And he's like, give me a saw. And he starts cutting his head off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this show? And Jack Bauer's like, he's more valuable to us dead. And he has a plot to just show up with this guy's head and show it to another guy. Be like, this guy was a fucking traitor and I killed him. And like, oh, this guy's actually helping us out.
that was season 2, and that's
That's kind of the
so
plot in 24. And I'm like, well, you never know what Jack Bauer's going to do next.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know, one bad conversation with Jack Bauer and your fucking head is in a bag.
There's so many times-
and he's moving on to the next location.
Yeah, where like someone's like a main character that it's like been a villain forever is like, what do you know? And she's like, well, I'm not gonna tell you. He's like, you don't know anything, and just kills her. Like, yeah, this show rules.
So he's got like a license to kill.
Jack Bauer
he
has a
always-
license to do anything.
He has
Yeah.
answers to no man.
He always doesn't have a license to kill, and they always try to stop Jack Bauer, but there's no stopping Jack Bauer.
Uh-oh.
It's so fun.
Yeah, because
The
it's
world
always like
hangs.
It's stupid.
Jack Bauer was about to go on a fishing vacation and you
Yeah.
called him in to do this, and then you're going to try to stop him?
Yeah,
Like,
he retired and he doesn't do this anymore, but he's got to be back for one more day.
Rocco? Jack Bauer?
He doesn't seem interested in Jack Bauer. You
No,
know?
too many hours.
I will
If they
say,
would have called the show 6,
regardless of
Like
what you
Fooly
think of the
Cooly.
show, the premise is cool, I think.
yeah,
Where it's like,
I agree. I always thought
this
that was
is just every minute of the day is cataloged and it's always nuts.
Real
but there's
time.
times where like it's always like, we got to find this person. Where are they? Oh, they're in LA. It's like they're always in LA because they can't go anywhere else. So they don't have time to go anywhere else.
Ah.
They'd be traveling the whole time.
cool. Yeah, you'd have 6 of the hours would be like, are we landing?
Yeah.
I'll
whole
just take a
season.
Pepsi.
Oh,
Just
the
give me a
person
Pepsi.
happens to be 10 minutes down the block. I'll be right there. Of course you will. And
Yeah.
now it's commercial break.
Yeah.
You're going to be there. I know.
Yeah. I never thought about the real time aspect.
If there was a season of 24 where Jack Bauer was a guest detective on the show The First 48,
Whoa.
Yeah.
by the end of the season, you'll only be halfway through the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
What do you do then?
That's crazy.
Anyways,
And then
Switch to
they
SVU.
cover it on last week with John Oliver, or
last week tonight.
last week tonight. But it's
time
John,
travel.
he's British, so that's
Okay.
terrible.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I never checked that out. It's so funny because that's from a different time where seasons were pretty consistently like 24 episode, 26 episodes,
Yeah, 24,
you know,
26,
whatever.
yeah.
You know, isn't that interesting that something changed recently where it's like, yeah, this new show, 10 episodes.
I think it's HBO.
Well, that's a half season.
HBO did that, where it's like, we're just
Yeah.
going to do a 10-season show.
Walking Dead
Yeah.
started doing it too, where they're like,
Did they?
I don't think they could deliver the 26 episodes, so they'd be like, all right, you're getting 13.
That's
Maybe
just a
after
half
the writer's
season.
strike.
That's a regular thing.
But I
Yeah.
but I think I don't think it is a half season anymore. I mean, now I watch shows that are on for 10 episodes and they come back 2 years later.
Yeah, but
I just mean like you can either do like 26 and have that like as a goal, either shoot for 26 or shoot for half
Yeah.
that. I don't think anybody's like, we're going to do 15 episodes.
Yeah.
We're just going to randomly pick a number. I feel like either aim for the 24 to 26 or aim for the 10 to 13.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just interesting though how it was like that. Like when Lost was on, it was like you can't do less than 20 something episodes.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that. And then at the end, they kind of wiggled their way out of it.
Yeah.
But there's so many episodes of that show compared to things they did later.
Which I love Lost, and I still think it's my favorite show. Like, I think it's a great show. But yeah, that show could use less episodes.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't need all that.
I think it breaks down because it's like there's 52 weeks in a year. So if you're doing an episode every 2 weeks in 1 year, that'd be 26 episodes for 26 weeks. So that would be the season.
Yeah.
And then half season would just be half of that.
Yeah.
Tradition, I think that's where it like came from originally.
Yeah.
However they do it now.
But I remember that was what the creators of Lost said when they did like an anniversary thing or whatever. It's like, what would you do differently? They were like, we wish we made it now, so that it would have been like 8 episode seasons. You know what I mean? Like they were like 5 like 10 episode seasons would have been perfect for that show.
I completely
Instead
agree.
of 6 seasons, 130 episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
lot
just
of
too
bloat.
It's too much.
And they're doing episodes about why Jack has the tattoos, and it fucking sucks. Like that.
I didn't think that one was that bad.
That is the worst.
Did a good guest
episode.
star, guest
See,
appearance,
this is what,
bilingual.
more episodes, more for the fans to debate.
I just got to
favorite
the
episode?
Nikki and Paulo episode.
Love
Are
that
you watching
episode.
that now?
Yeah, I've been watching since Sean started again. And this
Oh.
weekend, I watched the Nikki and Paulo episode.
Since the Nikki and Paul episode, this is only if you've seen that. But Jenny and I have been saying Raz and freaking dazzle.
From Expose?
Razzle, freaking dazzle. She says it all the time. And it's so fucking stupid that, but now we say it all the time. So
That's
it's sketchy.
Nikki's tagline from her fake TV show
Yeah.
or whatever. Expose.
Expose.
So dumb.
God, that show rules. Anyways, what a
Jack
fun
Bauer says that too when he starts sawing people.
Apparently, this is what I was told, is that he says "damn it" all of the time. It's always like,
Damn it.
I have the suspect, we're gonna question him, and they get sniped and killed by someone. Oh, damn it! He always says "damn it." So apparently, colleges are doing drinking games where they would take a shot every time he said "damn it."
Oh, yeah?
So there's one episode where he found out about it. It says like 30 times just to fuck with all these people.
Oh, they went overboard.
Kiefer Sutherland's a motherfucker. dude.
Kiefer's gonna fuck with you.
I thought you were going to say that every time he says "damn it," it was supposed to be "fuck," but they couldn't do that.
Well,
because that's something they did do with Lost. If you ever find scripts, they would write the scripts with "fuck" in it, and they would say that's there so you know what they're
Implying.
feeling.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
But
it would
say
be like,
"damn
don't tell me what I can't fucking do. And it's like, just don't say it. Okay. So that's and then I remember way back in the day, there was an episode of South Park where it was like a scary episode and they kept going, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God." And they were like, we used "oh my God" so much in this episode because we realized that a lot of these horror movies that come out, they have to stay PG-13. So they replace every fuck with "oh my God." So that's why we use it in a certain way. I don't know. It's always interesting seeing how writers,
Flipping it.
Get around it.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they do like, that's a bunch of bull. It's like, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I'll finish it myself. It's fine.
I remember watching I Know What You Did Last Summer on like TNT, and it was constantly stuff that. And I was really confused. As a kid, I was just like, what? Why do they keep saying stuff it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying fuck.
Dude, just let us curse. Why can't we say bad words? Everyone does this. You
Yeah,
know?
now
You
they're
can.
pretty good.
But on network TV, I want it just to be a acceptable thing, just to be able to say shit and fuck. That's what I want.
20 more years.
That's what I want.
Kid friendly. I already talked about it in a past podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You did. And you made a
Yeah.
great point.
I feel like shit is flying a lot more though. Like,
Yeah.
like they just say that on cable now.
You can get
What-
one shit.
What
every
was
30
the
minutes.
show? You saw that guy's butt. What was that?
NYPD
Butt
Blue.
lovers.
Yeah, NYPD Blue.
Blue.
And you saw.
Buttmen.
I remember that was the biggest
butt chug
deal. It
jamboree.
was on these news stories about the butt.
Yeah.
Don't know why we had to see that man's butt.
The View.
Yeah. It was a view.
But that was on network television, right?
Yep.
Sure.
But it was later. They could get away with it.
Why?
They made special arrangements to do
I
it.
just can't imagine why you had to go through all the hoops to show that man's butt.
It's always a cop drama that pushes the envelope because there was that Michael Chiklis show where he was a cop and
Yeah.
he cursed in prime time, but it was on later. so
Well,
it
who's
was
going
like,
to police
But it was
the police?
that was FX too though. That they don't
oh, okay. That was cable, basic cable. Then.
And with that, it's like, yeah, the FCC doesn't regulate cable. It's just like you just
Advertiser.
don't want to piss off advertisers. But if they're cool with it, then
Dude, fuck advertisers, man. Get Tenga to advertise. You can say whatever you want.
yeah,
Hello.
you can finger the
that was a
product.
nice save on the fuck advertisers bit.
Well,
Just
oh,
want to compliment you.
thank you.
compliment your work.
Good save.
Well, Tanga's not the
No, I know what you mean,
advertiser.
though.
We're the advertiser.
Yeah.
Tanga's the product.
I know what you
We
mean.
can fuck ourselves.
Yeah.
If we had a Tanga egg.
If we could.
We're talking about We're talking about TV rules, guys.
I'm just saying,
talking about-
like, let me say shit. Everyone hears the word shit.
Dude,
That's what I'm saying. I
fucking
think they do.
complain
not
so
even-
much on this show.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out. Now I'm going to complain.
Okay, go ahead.
Every week is just complaining on this show. They can't say fuck on TV.
Too much story in
Okay.
Pokemon.
Too much story in Pokemon. How come TikTok exists?
I didn't.
I miss Nintendo regular. You know what? You guys are on the verge of becoming old.
No,
I'm not. Don't let me in with that shit.
the old men are the people who say you can't do things. I'm saying we should be able to do things, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm young and hip and cool. I would even say I'm lit.
Just saying.
I would
He's a
say
little bit more
that.
positive. Yeah, you're very unlit right now.
It's not a lit thing.
I'm cool and young, no cap.
Jesus Christ. Oh, how do you do, my fellow teens?
Yeah.
Lord. Anyways,
And all this sus talk that Derek is spitting right now.
I'm just
do you
saying a
remember
lot
when
of
we
negativity.
got yelled at? We went to that baseball game in Texas.
I do remember.
yeah.
And we got yelled at by that dad because we were minding our own business
Swearing.
and we swore. I don't know what we said, but I'm sure
we probably said fuck out
probably.
loud.
He's like, my kids are present. Hey, knock that off. My kids are present. Like, you kids haven't heard the word fuck before. Get out of here.
We're at a
man.
fucking
But
baseball
we weren't even
game.
like yelling it. We were off. We were like off sitting on
our
the field,
own world.
and that
that's the
guy
kind of
was like,
person I'm
he
talking
could tell
about.
we were saying it or something. I was like,
Yeah, that's
okay.
God's country out there.
Yeah, and I guess.
Yeah.
And he was probably loaded.
California's a different world.
That's
They
the minor
fuck all the
leagues.
time.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't let me in with Sean. I just watched this last week. I watched Blade Runner, like Among Us, but better. That was a YouTube thumbnail I saw.
Cool.
That's all.
Oh, gross.
So you're complaining about YouTube thumbnails now? You guys are so
No,
old. Oh my
no, I
god.
liked the video. It was great. It was the
I-
best review of Blade Runner.
I
I've
think
ever
Among
seen.
Us is popping.
Hey, there is a YouTube thumbnail that has been making me laugh every time I've thought about it for the past couple of weeks. I saw a thumbnail. It's killing me. There's this one channel that it's like a younger guy reacting to stuff he's never heard of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, I've never heard Queens of the Stone Age. I'm gonna listen to their
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
no one knows. Oh, that's a good song. Okay. Whatever. There is a thumbnail and the guy, it's the video is like listening to Beethoven for the first time.
Oh.
And it's a picture of Beethoven and this guy going,
How
looking at it, and
sheltered are you?
the caption on the thumbnail says, "This made me a fan." That has been making me laugh. This made me a fan. That's been making me laugh for weeks.
The guy never listened to Beethoven until he filmed it for YouTube. Just how many years of
Yeah.
teachers failed him in the school system? He became a fully grown man, having
okay.
never heard
This-
Beethoven.
You
Before.
cannot get through any. I mean, like by the time you're 20, you've heard Beethoven.
I
whether it be a
can't
movie,
even-
You've heard it.
This made me a
I
fan.
can't even recall a time in my life before hearing like classical music. It was introduced
Yeah.
at such a young age
Yeah.
in school. Like just kindergarten, they would play classic
film.
fucking cartoons, Looney
Yeah.
Tunes.
Yeah,
would
yeah.
play
all
Beethoven
the
for
time.
you.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like, isn't like da 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 da?
Yeah.
Isn't that Beethoven? Da 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 da.
It probably. It's definitely classical.
That's Skrillex.
It's definitely a classic.
Yeah, and if not that one, then Beethoven is in some other Looney Tunes. Listening to Looney Tunes for the first time.
But
That's what the video should have
It
been
made
called.
me a fan.
this made me a fan. All right, I'm a fucking Beethoven fan.
I'm a nut.
That was cracking me up. I was dying.
That's like, you should have experienced that as a baby. Next year, a 20-year-old, like, look at me reacting to a lemon. What's this taste?
It's sour.
This guy runs out of content create. He'll start making those.
Maybe I should be doing that.
Lemon
That
reaction.
sounds great. I'm just going to react to shit that everybody's experienced.
Just lie about it.
Oh,
Kiwi.
I listened
Like
to...
you've never tried it.
Oh, I listened to LMFAO's Party Rock for the first time.
This made me a fan.
Ooh.
This makes me want to dance.
Dude.
Shots.
I like this.
Yeah.
Someone should patent reaction vids.
Okay.
Make a
Wait,
killing.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Just-
we've made up with those people.
They
so
can make a killing on
be
it.
real careful what you say.
Be real careful.
I'm
What
just
you
saying,
say
it's a
next.
business opportunity. They're leaving a lot of money on the floor.
Okay. Well,
Look what I can do with my shoe.
I think we're done here.
If you're doing
Getting
a
to be that
reaction,
time.
I think this is a wrap on the old podcast.
Look what I
guys.
can do with
yeah,
my
if we're
shoe.
filming that.
Party Rock is in the house tonight. Let me do a little shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Oh shit!
All right, Johnny.
It
can you
fell
do
off.
this?
Sorry for party rocking.
I party rocked too hard.
Johnny.
Johnny, for the finale, do that I'm sexy and I know it, like dance or
Ew,
whatever.
the bottom of my shoes are gross.
What are you
have I
stepping
been
on, bro?
fucking stepping in?
What are you walking through?
Dirt and
Dude,
shit?
you got dirt on
Are
your
you walking
shoes?
on the ground?
Was it fucking pigeon shit?
Dude, your trash smells.
Fuck
Ew.
me. I'm a disgrace. No wonder I wasn't any friends with any rich people. I got dirty souls.
Angel with dirty souls. That's what you were.
Mommy, look at the bottom of his shoe.
Anyway, Johnny, just end on I'm sexy and I know it. I don't know how to do the copyright that. Like, you're gonna have to work out the copyright
can you
shit.
talk to some lawyers.
I don't want to strike, but I want the song. So
Where's
figure
their
that
new
out. Do the whole dance thing and just wrap it up with that.
Hey, this is Johnny. I'm going to do the LMFAO bit. Are you guys ready?